Odisha, forested hills, varied tribal groups, traditional villages, beautiful nature reserves, ancient carvings. These are some things that make the East Indian state of Odisha so popular. In late 2011, the state's name was officially changed from Orissa to Odisha. Boundaries. Odisha, State of India. Located in the northeastern part of the India, it is bounded by the states of Jharkhand and West Bengal to the north and northeast, by the Bay of Bengal to the east, and by the states of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana to the south and Chhattisgarh to the west. Climate. Odisha is located in a climatic region known as tropical savanna. In January, the coolest month, high temperatures in Cuttack typically rise into the mid-80s Fahrenheit from a low in the mid-50s Fahrenheit. In May, the warmest month, temperatures usually reach the mid-90s Fahrenheit from a low in the low 70s Fahrenheit. Average annual rainfall in the state is about 60 inches, mostly occurring during the months of the June through September. The eastern Ghats receive heavier precipitation, while the coastal area south of Chilka Lake, which is the driest region in the state, may receive less than 50 inches annually. Resources. The mineral resources of Odisha are considerable. The state is a national leader in the production of chromite, bauxite, aluminum ore, manganese ore, graphite, and nickel ore. It is also one of the top producers of high-quality iron ore. Government and society. Health and welfare. At one time there was a high rate of malaria along the coastal belt, and the whole state was subject to epidemics of cholera and smallpox. The incidence of filariasis, a disease caused by the presence of filarial worms in the blood and glands, leprosy, and tuberculosis was also high. Since the mid-20th century, much attention has been paid to health services, and great progress in reducing the incidence of those diseases has been achieved through various programs. Nevertheless, with the exception of cholera and smallpox, which have been brought under control. Fun fact: Odisha Police Pigeon Service started on an experimental basis in 1946 to deliver messages to remote areas of the state. This form of communication was used until very recently, as much as 2008. Education. Although the number of educational institutions in Odisha has increased considerably since the mid-20th century, the state's literacy rate has remained below the national average, and only a small fraction of Odisha's population is university educated. Higher education is available, however, at several local universities, and numerous associated colleges. Of the universities, Utkal University, founded 1943, and Orissa University of Agriculture and Technology, 1962, both in Bhubaneswar, are the largest and best known. Training in allopathic, Ayurvedic, and homeopathic medicine is offered at more than a dozen government and private colleges. Odisha also has numerous pharmacy colleges and nursing schools. Cultural life. The arts. Odisha has a rich artistic heritage and has produced some of the finest examples of Indian art and architecture. Among the most notable traditions in the visual arts are mural painting, stone carving, wood carving, icon painting, known as Panda, and painting on palm leaves. The state also is widely recognized for its exquisite silver filigree ornamentation, pottery, and decorative work. Dance. The dance form Odissi is among the oldest dance forms, and is almost 700 years old. It is performed even today, with very little modification. It is intricately connected to temple worship and is mentioned in many ancient texts. Tribes. There are about 62 different tribes in Odisha alone, each with their own set of dressing, tradition and languages. The cultural diversity of the tribes is huge, and this has been highlighted in mainstream media in recent years. Tourist attraction Paradeep. One of the most important and oldest seaports in the India, the historic Paradeep is located in the Jagatsinghpur district. The coastal landscape of Paradeep is dotted with beautiful beaches, miles of dense forest, waterfalls, and forts. One of the best destinations in the country for an offbeat beachside getaway, Paradeep is visited by nature lovers from all over the country. Head over to the Gahirmatha beach to spend a day under the sun, savoring views of turquoise green waters and spotting white crocodiles and olive ridley turtles. Do you know? 3.6 billion-year-old zircon containing granite rock formations were found in the Keonjhar district of Odisha. It is evidenced to be the second oldest rock formation in the world after Jack Hills in Australia. Barbel. Being one of the largest storehouses of iron and manganese in the country, Barbel is also known as Iron City. The semi-urban town is located on the banks of River Karo in the Kendujar area of Odisha. Visiting Sanagagara waterfall through the hilly trail and verdant vegetation for a day outing is highly recommended for all thrill seekers. Another enthralling waterfall to visit here is the Bidagagara waterfall that treats your eyes with a gorgeous panorama. A picnic at Murga Mahadev waterfalls is an experience that you will remember for a long time since it is blessed with scenic surroundings. The art lovers here will enjoy the ancient fresco paintings on the rock shelter, which is also called Ravan Chaya. Sambalpur. Sambalpur's rich and varied landscape attracts tourists from all over the country for an offbeat vacation. The district is abundant in dense forests, hills, and valleys dotted with beautiful streams and waterfalls. Do you know? Hirakud Dam is the world's longest earthen dam that forms the largest artificial lake in Asia and is the home to several migratory birds and exotic trees. Tikarpada Wildlife Sanctuary. One of the most popular tourist places in Orissa, Tikarpada Wildlife Sanctuary is found on the gorgeous banks of River Mahanadi. This sanctuary is renowned for the presence of gharial, which is a species of crocodile, along with many other animals like pangolins, leopards, spotted deer, rhesus, macaques, etc. Do you know? The Chandipur beach of Balasore is famously nicknamed as the hide and seek beach. This is because during low tide, the water recedes up to 5 kilometers every day only to return during the high tides. This marvelous phenomenon is rarely seen anywhere else in the world. Pipili, known to leave you spellbound with its splendid applique work in items like handbags, dress materials, cushion covers, etc. Pipli is one of the best places to see in Orissa for art lovers. The applique work here is known around the world and predominantly created by Muslim artisans. If you are a shopping lover, you will love to shop for many items like wall hangings, lanterns, bags, pouches, bedspreads, etc. as a souvenir.